I know that in this room and for those listening from afar, there are souls exhausted from having to be strong. There are cries that cannot be uttered. There are questions why, for which the answer seems to be the silence of heaven. But I want us to discover together a liberating truth. God doesn't ask us to sing a happy song when our hearts are broken. He gives us a hymn book, and in it are also the notes of lamentation. We won't shy away from difficult emotions. Instead, we'll learn to turn our very sighs into a prayer, a true melody before God. Now that we've found the first notes to express our feelings, let's explore how the Psalms transform these laments into a powerful dialogue with God. Psalm 95 opens with an exhilarating invitation to joyful praise and worship for God, our Creator and King. Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before Him with thanksgiving and extol Him with music and song. This isn't just a suggestion. It's an urgent call to enter into God's presence with exuberance and gratitude. Think of King David, whose enthusiastic dancing and singing before the Ark of the Covenant epitomized uninhibited worship. His example reminds us that true worship is a wholehearted response to God's greatness, bringing joy to our own souls. This week, choose a worship song that lifts your spirit and sing it aloud, allowing its melody to fill your heart with joy. As we delve deeper into Psalm 95, the tone shifts from joyful celebration to profound reverence and humble adoration, for God is our Creator. Psalm 95:6, -7 states, "Come, let us bow down in worship. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, for He is our God and we are the people of His pasture, the flock under His care." This highlights the appropriate response to understanding God's majestic role as the architect of all creation and our benevolent shepherd. Consider the awestruck posture of Abraham, who knelt before God in humble submission, recognizing His supreme authority and his own place as His servant. This psalm reminds us that true worship involves both joyful exuberance and humble reverence, acknowledging God's rightful place as our Maker and guide. Today, take a moment to simply kneel or bow in your heart before God, acknowledging Him as your Maker and Shepherd. Psalm 95 then introduces a solemn warning against hardening our hearts and refusing to listen to God's voice, drawing lessons from past generations. Psalm 95:8, -9 cautions, "Do not harden your hearts as you did at Meribah, as you did that day at Massah in the desert, where your fathers tested and tried me, though they had seen what I did." This is a critical reminder of the consequences of stubbornness and disobedience, urging us to learn from history. Think of the Israelites in the wilderness who, despite witnessing God's miraculous provision, repeatedly grumbled and rebelled, delaying their entry into the promised land. This psalm serves as a potent reminder that while God is merciful, our response to His voice directly impacts our spiritual journey. This week, consciously choose to listen for God's voice in your daily life and obey His leading even in small things. We've journeyed from a joyful call to worship through humble reverence for our Maker and a stern warning against hardening our hearts. Your soul is now harmonized with a hopeful melody of peace and divine rest. Let us declare together, even if the melody of my life is imperfect, I believe You are the conductor. Even if I don't see the light, I believe You are my song. The Lord is my strength and my psalm. The psalm culminates with an invitation to enter God's promised rest through obedience and trust, a state of profound peace and satisfaction. Psalm 95:11 warns, "So I declared on oath in my anger, they shall never enter my rest." The implication, however, is that for those who do listen and obey, His rest awaits. This rest isn't merely physical cessation from labor, but a spiritual tranquility and fulfillment found in complete surrender to God's will. Come to Him, my friends. Let Him reharmonize your soul and grant you His peace. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His light shine upon you, giving you peace, strength, and a renewed song of hope.